Yeah, hi ladies and gents. I just want to share this journal with you. It's a bit of a chunky monkey. Let's see if I can get it. Oh. So there's some beads that I've done on the side there. Some Jesse James beads and a bit of vintage trim. Some fabric from my store, and the corners I put, they're not joined together. There's like one, that's two that you put, if that makes sense. So I've put them, there's 8 all up, so one on that side, one on that side. And then there's this gorgeous thing here, that is a beautiful bling applique, and some lovely prima flowers in here, and I just tied it up here with the sari fabric. So this is a custom order, so if anyone else is interested, I make similar journals to this for $120 Australian. Okay, so it's a chunky monkey, as you can see. So this is the first page. Usually I do put things on the first page, but this was so pretty I didn't want to cover it. So I sell boho packs in my Zippered store that contain all of the boho things you're seeing in here as well, starting from $10 to $20 to $40 packs, I think. So this is the first page, and I don't have any printed images here. I just make journals with book paper. I don't print off the internet, because then you don't cover them up, because the images speak for themselves, and I like making journals where I put a lot of stuff into it, if that makes sense. So there's no point in covering up all the nice images that you've just printed out. So this is from a 1960s book. The images you'll see here are mostly from a 1960s gardening book, Reader's Digest, and a pattern book. Everything else is graph paper and computer paper. So this is an altered bag, bit of fabric, collaging, and one of these gorgeous boho beads from my store. And this is an original early 1900s, when they used to give cards to people. So that's a lovely little vintage card in there. Okay, there's the other page of that beautiful very old vintage trim. I've created, this was a double thing, pocket, created like a pocket, bit of trim there, one of the old Prima tags. This is, I think, from the 20s or 30s postcard. And this is from some old ephemera I got, very old bank withdrawal slips. The person said that she wanted kind of like religious quotes or something like that. This is like an old hymn, like a music old hymn, like the words of when they sing in church. So that's a little beaded applique. Bit of collage work there. The little tag as well. old, this is an old bank withdrawal slip, and because of the blues I thought it went really cool with that. This is a very old bank withdrawal slip from the South Australia Bank. This is a textiles from 2009 from an artist called Medallion Light Blue, like a textile art kind of postcard thing. So a bit of mixed things there, a bit of vintage and non-vintage. She said she liked 1930s fashion, so I put some images from the 1930s era. A bit of collaging going on here, little pocket, little tag there with a little vintage button, and I also left it open back here as a pocket as well. Another little textiles postcard with the artist's name on the back, and a little card that I made, and that was done with a finished pad. And as you can see, the images were so cute there, I thought, why cover it up? It's real kind of shabby chic looking. Little vintage applique, beaded applique, boho. They sell in my store as well. This gorgeous vintage trim. Bit of napkin I put on there with some cooking paper. Let me take this off here. It's this page here, and it comes off like that. So there's a cute little clip with this gorgeous vintage little trim. This is very, very old. I think it's from the 60s or 70s. I bought off the internet, and that's from northern Queensland. And in here we've got a little slip from 1953. We've also got a little thank you for your gift and your prayers, Psalm 55 verse 17. I think someone made a donation for $2 in 1968, so that's still there. And also just some little flower die cuts in here. This is a very old, because of the pink, I thought it went lovely with these. Very old, the National Bank of Australia, Whyalla, South Australia. One of those. This is from an original, from 9th of October 1889. So it's like 120 or something years old. That's original. So then that goes, I have it like that, and they went like that. Okay, it's another image from the book. Vintage, very old wallpaper. I still have to put that up in my store. I've just put them around there as well, cut it up a bit. And these are, that's from 1952 for some gloves. This is another one from the 9th of October 1889, sorry. You can see how old that is with the writing. They bought something there. And this is a very old South Australian bank withdrawal slip. Probably from the 60s, possibly older. And that's in keeping with the 60s wallpaper. Okay, this is a very old beaded applique. This is for a pattern book from the 60s. Sorry, I'll just close. So this is a napkin of a bird that I put on. Some more collaging going on there. And a tiny little white cellophane bag with a little Tim Holtz scale, beads, applique, yeah. So I made this tag with napkins, and then this image, which is from the Pion Design collection that I sell in my store. This is very old bank slip when they used to count the notes and the coins. And this is a modern textile art sort of postcard. And on this side, sorry, let me just close the window. Oh jeez, sorry. Okay, so that is an applique, one of the appliques that you'll get in my boho kit. And there's a little tag that I made. I love that. That is a beaded applique. That's crocheted the top bit. And this is some very old graph paper from an Australian company. Some gorgeous vintage trim there. Some more of that fashion paper, graph paper. This is an altered bag. This is one of the Pion Design images. This is a very old postcard from 20s or 30s, I'd say. Here's another gorgeous original image. It's not a postcard, but it's very old. It's got some writing back here, some faint writing. Can't make that out. This is an original from 1904. It is received, yeah, 1904, 15 shillings, like a check or something. And pops in like that. So this side's an envelope that I decorated. Pops open in here. We got some die cuts. This is a old, from the 20s card. One of those cards you get in the cigarette things. And it had a rip through it, so I put a little washi tape in there to stop it from ripping any further. This is an original receipt from 1924 of some goodies that somebody bought. Another little cute envelope, another little die cut, and another South Australia old bank slip. And then that just fits back in there. And on this side I made, with book paper, stuck a little circle on that I cut out with bits of crochet lace, little sequin thingies. So it just folds down like that. And here, these are very old quotes from the Bible. Psalm because she did say she wanted quotes from the Bible. So these are very old, vintage kind of quotes there, and some recent die cuts from our era, and that kind of catches it down there. Can't think of the person, but there's plenty of tutorials that do this. They're very easy to make. And on here is another little die cut. This is some writing paper, and I do sell this writing paper in my store along with this envelope as well. Over here, this is this whole thing here is, you know, those envelopes, and I folded it in half and cut the tops off to stick things in there. So I've just done a little collage thing, bit of fabric, one of the gorgeous beaded boho appliques that I sell in my store, some beautiful vintage trim on the side, and in this pocket there's this genuine vintage, very old card, you can see with the stamp there, and it's stamped 1909, very pretty. These are some more recent ones over here, and there's a lovely Christmas one over there. So this is some gorgeous trim fabric that I found, Ladies Diary, as in the graphic 45, and when I saw that I thought, oh my god, it's like the graphic 45, and it actually says a Ladies Diary, and I just thought that's brilliant. And so this is just one signature, as you can see. I've stitched it here, here and here. So on this side, bit of collage, Tim Holtz dollies, and we've got yeah, we've got another very old gorgeous little letter here from 1916. Little letter you can read with a few little journals and little Christmas image there. That's the rest of the cute writing paper. Some more of that beaded applique, gorgeous vintage, very soft dainty trim. Gorgeous. Oh my god, I don't know if I've put this writing paper up for sale yet, but this is very expensive, gilded, gold embossed, or whatever you call it. Very pretty. They come in these cards. It's like a card, and it says car toss here, and the inside looks like that, and I just, oh, gorgeous. So let me see, I think it's just the card that I have, yeah, and they just look so pretty done this way, with the bit that sticks out folded over the other edge. So over here, some more of that music hymn paper, little tuck spot here. This is the pattern paper, very old, from the 60s or 70s. Made a little bag here with a little book from the writing paper, stapled it with a bit of pom-pom trim. And this is a very old postcard from 19, don't know when, but you can see how old that is. She's absolutely gorgeous, very pretty. Nearly finished. Here's another gorgeous image here, and there's another little gorgeous vintage image here. This is from 1910. So cute. And in here, made a little card with a little Tim Holtz person, and this is a vintage quote from the Bible. Some gorgeous embroidered boho trim. This one is very old, 1917. Gorgeous, and I thought that went with that. These are from 1920s advertising cards that I picked up on eBay. Gorgeous, very old, beautiful. Just thought all those colours go really well together. Here's another little tuck spot there. This is an old card there. I think it's a comic one, just arrived. There's another old bank deposit slip. This is a little pocket that I made. A little book from the writing paper with a bit of trim on the side from my store. And then I just pop that behind here, so I just glue it there so you can pop it in behind. And then in this pocket is, so you've got one pocket in here and then one pocket in here. Just a little envelope where I added a bit of that. So then that would go there, and then there's that one little image that will go there, and then there's a bit of collaging going on there, and then that'll pop on back there. Some more of that trim. Gorgeous boho meets vintage, bit of that gorgeous vintage trim, Prima flower, and that vintage boho trim, vintage sugar, the glue, when I stuck the flower on recently. Oh no, lucky it didn't come off on the bird. Anyway, that's a vintage postcard that I nearly stuffed up from 1909. That's gorgeous. And an old 9th of October 1889 receipt for something. And over here, another advertising card from the 20s. Very pretty, very thick too. So we've got a bit of lace here, a bit of trim from beaded applique trim, and a little flower. Of course, it's like a boho style from the boho pack that I sell in my store. This is a little receipt here. And this is an old vintage Little Psalms quote, possibly. This is from 1955. Little receipt there for, I think, £440 for something. Yeah, because I do buy ephemera, old ephemera and stuff like that from eBay. So yeah, I like to put that in my journals, of course. More of that gorgeous paper. Nearly there. Said that before. Here's an old, a touching departure. Bit of old humour there. And here's a receipt from 1973. Deposit stock redemption 2,800. And here's a little collage that I made here with a little tag. Okay, and the other pocket in here has this old receipt, original receipt from 1884. It's not photocopied, it's original. And the last page is this page, which has this beautiful envelope, this clip, the little Psalms, tiny little vintage quote there, an old Bank of Australia deposit slip, and this gorgeous, pretty sure I saw these in my store, very vintage old letter writing with this very good quality thick envelope. So yeah, Marilyn, I hope you like it. I put a lot of love into it, and Marilyn bought my last one as a present to someone, and she also asked if I can make her one too. So she's a very sweet lady, and I'd just like to thank her for her business, and it's been a pleasure making these for you. There we go. And the last page is just some beaded trim from the appliques that I sell in my boho. So in the background there's book paper, and then I've bordered it with that vintage trim, and I've done the same over on this side here. I've bordered it with the vintage trim. So that is, I think it's about 110 pages front and back. So yeah, thanks all for watching, and yeah, if you want any orders, let me know. Thank you. Bye.